You thought the line that he used a couple of Sundays ago was great. I'm not your mom. Wait till you hear this one. Oh yeah. Hey, welcome to the channel. And you know, it was this time last week we were talking about the C8 Corvette market update as far as 2020 and 2021 orders. And yes, I threw it out there that some of you may have to wait for a 2022. Easy. That's exactly what this is for. I'll explain and demonstrate and justify here in just a moment. But some of the data that we need for you guys right now is simply not available as far as distribution, production, and allocation. As soon as we get it, we'll share it with you guys right away. But a lot of you are interested in 2021 Corvette. We've got a link down below in the description of this video, or you can go to my personal website at CorvetteConti.com, and on the right hand side I have a 2021 page for you. Got information in there. Order guide stuff is delayed. It will be out sometime at the end of this month, but we're talking about the new colors. We've got that data already, and something else. I want to share this with you guys to get your feedback. New feature coming for 21 is called Standard Buckle to Drive. It's a safety technology, and here's the two key words. When active, it can prevent the driver from shifting the vehicle out of park unless the driver's seat belt has been buckled for at least 20 seconds. What do you guys think about that? I always respect your opinion, so I'm looking forward to your comments down below. Now, in regards to our 2021 allocations, about 2/3 of it will be dedicated to new business. Thank you again for those inquiries. A third of it will be dedicated to the 2020 orders that unfortunately we were not able to place, and I appreciate those folks being patient and understanding and allowing us an opportunity to continue to move forward. Okay, so why would I say that? We talked about it last week, how things are so backed up. There's such a huge demand. Production's getting better, but the demand is much greater than what we have as far as availability. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But why would I say that some of you, and I'm afraid that it may happen, have to wait till the 2022 model year to get your C8 mid-engine Corvette? All right, come a little closer and I'll break it down for you. All right, let's look at some quick numbers and you'll get an idea what I was thinking last week, and you'll see that I think not just about today but tomorrow as well. You'll also see how easy somebody could get bumped and moved to a 2022 model. So say you got a dealer that earned 50 allocation for C8 Corvette in 2020. This is his earn rate. It's not what he wanted, not what he needs. This is what he sold. This is his sale rate. That's what he earned. We all know we didn't all get what we earned this year, so say he only got 20 out of his 50. He's left with 30 that have to rotate over now to 2021. Based on his sale rate, say he has another 50 people that come back into his marketplace that want to buy cars. Well, he's already got 30 that carried over. He only has 20 available. That easily, he's got another 30 that rotate into 2022. So, does any of this make any sense to you guys? Now you get some idea why I said what I said last week, and I hope that this does answer some questions for you. Speaking of which, let's answer your questions right now, part of our Tech Tuesday segment. But if you don't, I am gonna. Okay, I can just. Not a problem. You know what I'm talking about here in just a second. Welcome back to our Tech Tuesday segment, you guys. It gives us a chance to help you with your troubleshoot problems, your tech issues, or maybe just helping you learn how to use something on your Corvette each and every Tuesday. And apparently you like these Q&A sessions. Chuck and I are having a lot of fun with it, so thanks again for sending in the questions. We'll answer as many as we can each and every Tuesday. And actually, before we do get started, I just want to thank you officially, not being silly. You stayed late on Friday, prepped that silver C8 for me. I didn't even know that. I figured you were done, gone. I was in my office, got a text from you. Hey, the silver C8's done. I was able to deliver it to Jack on Saturday. We featured him on the vlog on Sunday, so thanks for doing that. I appreciate that. Okay, got a lot for you here today, guys. Here we go. First question comes up. Rick and Chuck, I got a 2007 Corvette that I drive only on Sundays and the weekends. Got about 50,000 miles on it, and I recently noticed a drop of oil on the garage floor. Took it into his local dealership. It said it was leaking at the drain plug. They replaced it, but the leak is back again at the drain plug. What do you think's going on with that?
I'm not sure.
If the leak is just at the drain plug.
If the leak's just at the drain plug, if they put a new one in, I couldn't imagine why it would leak again.
Right.
I'm not sure about that one.
Okay, probably need to double check. It could be leaking somewhere else. And
yeah.
as a result, it's at the bottom, so you're seeing the drip come down just from the bottom. It could be something else that unfortunately, maybe a gasket somewhere.
Could be.
Okay, all right. Thank you, D. Henry, for sending that one in. Actually, I'm trying to hide some of the questions. I did show Chuck one question in advance, and if he doesn't answer it on camera, the way that we rehearsed it, I'm going to throw you under the bus. Toot, toot.
I've been runner before, so.
You thought the line that he used a couple of Sundays ago was great. I'm not your mom. Wait till you hear this one. Now I got you on camera, and I'm going to force your hand to answer. The people like the realism, so just let it roll, man. All right, here's one's from Biddy's Garage. Hey Rick, I love the show. I got a question for you. My local Chevy dealership can't answer. I got a 2005 C6 Corvette. I just love it, but where? I don't know why he wants to know this. He goes, where is the low pressure switch located for the AC unit?
As far as I know, there's only one switch, and it's in the line on the passenger side, running down the fender on the inside.
Okay, in the middle part
yep.
of the car. Okay, fantastic. James Walton says, Rick, good vlog. I got a carbon flash hood stinger on my Z06 Corvette, and it's got a clear protective coating over top of it. I want to install the Jake logo, but I'm worried that taking it off, I'm going to scratch or actually remove the paint. What are your suggestions for that? So if you have clear broad just over that hood stinger area, then no problem. Just get somebody that knows what they're doing, preferably a body shop, use a heat gun, and they can take that stuff off. Usually I see guys not just clear brawling that section, it's usually the whole hood of the car. So I'm not quite sure what you have going on, but yes, that's designed to come off easier down the road. You're gonna roll your eyes and hear this one. We get this all the time, and we take in a C5 Corvette. This comes from Max Fly. Hey, this is right to you. Chuck, would like to know if a customer brought you a 99 C5 convertible with an automatic and it needed an EBCM replaced, where would you go for that unit?
I don't think there's anywhere to go.
Right.
I think as far back as I can get one repaired is 2002. 99 and 2001 and prior, that just nobody's dealing with them anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find some rebuilt ones, maybe reprograms in the aftermarket community, and that's even hard to find those. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, every time we get a C5 in. All right, I need my glasses for this one. The text is so small. Okay, Bill Schrank sent this one. He says, Rick, great tip from Chuck about bumping the seat forward on the memory. Another person got advantage of that.
Sure.
I do have a question though. If you can run down the battery while driving with the top off and the air on low and then the fan on high for 4 hours. I did that and I had to jump my car to get it started. What do you think happened to my C7 Corvette?
He was driving it. The only thing I can think of, maybe the alternator's not putting out. After 4 hours of driving it, it's running 4 hours on the battery, and then when you shut it off, it didn't have enough juice to start. I'd be looking at the alternator.
You know, we don't really have enough information to answer that too, so it could be a situation that maybe you took it out, and I've seen this happen where you take it out of storage, fire it up, and the next time you stop, well, you could drive it for 4 hours, 2 hours, all of a sudden the car doesn't start again, so you could have a dead cell in the battery.
Very well could have.
You know, something like that. So you've just, regardless that you've driven it, you can't drive those cars and recharge the battery like we used to back in the 60s and 70s. That doesn't happen. So that really could have been the issue. Probably something already pre-existing before you got in the car and got in the way.
Very good. Well, could be.
We're going to test that noggin right there, right now. All right, this comes from Jeff. He says, hey, Chuck, and the other guy. That would be me. Now I'm the other guy. I knew he was going to steal this segment. That's okay. I love it. He says, I got a 2011 C6 3LT with a constant airbag light on. OnStar said it came up with a B0065 diagnostic code. Talking about maybe a seatbelt pretensioner, something like that. He's getting ready to take it into the dealership. He says, if you could, ask Chuck what your thoughts are. All right, Jeff, here you go.
Well, according to General Motors, there's a connector underneath there that goes bad. I don't know if you have the memory seat set, moving the memory seat forward and back a lot, but it tugs on the connector. You can lift the seat up with the electrical connectors and all the way forward, unplug that connector and put dielectric grease in it, unplug it 2 or 3 times and the light should go out. Otherwise, you're going to have to cut the connector out and hardwire it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the repair I think GM recommended to do, but actually puts more stress on that line.
Well, it just makes a more secure connection. The unfortunate part about it is if the seat ever have to come out again, you have to cut all the wires to get the seat out.
Gotcha. Hey Rick, my husband has a C7 and the paint chipped off the seam right by the headlight and the front bumper and fender. Have you and Chuck run across this problem on the C7? And if so, how do you fix it? Also, I've been an avid watcher of the vlog for a very long time, and I'm actually the one who comments all the time, not my husband Dave. Thank you, Christine. I do appreciate that. We also met you last year at the Bash. Hey, sorry I didn't get a chance to meet you this year. All the shows, everything's jacked up this year. It's crazy. By the way, I love the no mustache look. Thank you so much. Actually, there's a bulletin on this issue. It is a really frustrating issue. It's in a couple of spots on the rear where the rear bumper fascia meets the rear quarter, but more importantly on that front bumper where it meets the headlight. And it's a little chip right there, just a little piece like that. It's on the inside almost where it's contacting and it's rubbing and the paint comes off. So it's not something that he would fix, actually goes to the body shop. So they take that off, they paint it, repair it, they put a piece of essentially what it looks like clear bra in there, so it cuts down the friction on that piece because it's going to move, the car's going to move, and that's essentially how you get that repaired. So it's done. If you're under warranty, that will be done. It's a real pain in the neck. You've got to consult I'm not a body guy, so you have to consult your body shop, and depending on the severity of the chip, because sometimes it'll, like if this is the front bumper, sometimes it's right here, like I said, on the inside, but if it comes down into here, then you got to worry about how they're going to paint it, how they're going to blend it. I like to see when they can just take that off and they can just paint that inside, depending on the color too, so they don't have to blend and all that stuff, because then you can be opening up a can of worms. But it is something that it actually has to be addressed. Okay, for the next question, we were actually answering it a couple of days ago underneath a C8 Corvette. Oh no, you stay right there. That's exactly where I need you for this next question. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy this Q&A format on our Tech Tuesday vlogs. Thanks again for joining us. Okay, so this one comes in from Dave. He says, and it just so happens that you're doing a PDI on a 2020 C8 mid-engine Corvette. He's asking about the brake ducts underneath the car that only come out of Z51. He says, do they have to be installed, or should you just do the front or just do the rears? What's your take on that?
I don't know. GM sends them with the car, so I put them on as part of the PDI inspection.
Well, being to the Z51, a little bit more performance-oriented car, having that extra airflow to those brakes, I think, is a good thing.
Absolutely.
It's not necessarily just attractive.
Well, no, not only that, as you can see here on the front, it closes out. This is all closed down, but it closes all this out to keep the airflow from disrupting in the suspension. Then the air catches here and directs it towards the brakes on the front.
So this is the piece that you put on here?
Yeah, this whole piece right here.
Okay, now what about the rears?
The rear come in pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. You got this one that bolts to the hub, then this upper piece bolts to the control arm, and then the lower piece bolts to it. Scoops the air in here, directs it, and puts it right on the rotor.
Oh, and actually, not just the brake ducts have to be installed on the Z51. Chuck's doing the closeout panel. You saw part of that earlier, but this whole area right here, once he's done, because those pieces there will close out this whole front end. So you're watching that and you're like, hey, wait a minute, he doesn't have I know, he's still doing it, he's still working. I keep interrupting him while he's working so we can share the stuff with you guys, but he's getting ready to put closeouts now. You can see there's a groove right here in the closeout panel that helps that airflow come into the brake area.
Yep.
Which is perfect.
On the Z51 package, they close the whole underside of the car off.
All right. Thanks, Chuck.
You're welcome.
Dave, hope that helps you, man. Put them on. I love it when we can do that hands-on stuff for you. In fact, we got another one for you coming up in just a minute. And here is your famous one-liner about to come up. Setting it up for you guys. All right.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Rick, it's not a C8. I'm a C4 nut. I've owned a 90 ZR1 and a 96 Grand Sport. I have a one-owner California 1990 C4 black on black every option coupe. I'm having an issue with the airbag. The owner was a beautiful 71-year-old gentleman who told me about the contacts on the frame near the battery that needs to be cleaned. Any help you guys can give me? This is Steve from Palm Beach, Florida. And when I gave this to question, when I gave this question to you first, you said,
I don't recall.
And what dude, I'm not letting you off this one, and I'm not editing it out. Now, hang on. I'm gonna give you one more chance, or I'm telling them.
Well, I said, unfortunately, you can't get parts for those old ones anymore, and if you do, they're aftermarket, and they probably missed a date with a car crusher.
Missed the date with a car crusher, Steve. I'm sorry, man. He goes, Rick, I don't want to upset the guy. I said, don't worry, I will. No, it's tough getting parts for the older cars. And that's not exactly how you said, but it is funny though. So that's going to go down in the book of Chuck one-liners. I'm not your mom and missed a date with a car crusher. All right, moving on.
Sorry, guys.
See, that wasn't so bad.
It hurt.
It's okay to be real and just have some fun. That's what they're asking for. They want it.
Yeah, but I don't want to upset nobody.
All right, here we go. Another C8 question. I think we'll actually revert to a hands-on situation on this one. He says, Rick, I didn't get the Z51 on my C8, but I plan to add the front splitter later. Is it necessary to drill new holes, or can I bolt to existing pieces underneath there on the air dam? He goes, I know you probably know, but please ask Chuck if you would. This is from Gary in Vermont. Actually, you've got a non-Z51 C8 up in the air, so let's show you what the answer to your question is. So you don't have to drill any holes, do you?
No. These closeout panels have to be installed with these screws that come with these panels. The front splitter goes right in these screws all the way across. So when you add the front splitter, all you're going to do is take all these screws out, every one of them. Center part bolts in here because it's in 3 pieces.
Correct.
Then the 2 side pieces.
So if you had a Z51, this piece would be out because that's where they're drawing more airflow in for the brakes.
With the Z51, this piece would be out, and then you'd have the front brake deflectors on the control arm here, and this piece would be out to funnel the air brake to the brake rotor.
Yeah, actually, it's like the one that we showed earlier in today's show, the one when the guy was asking about the install. All right, fantastic. Correct. Okay, there you go, Gary.
No drilling.
No drilling. It's kind of cool actually having those cars there so we can physically show you.
Yeah, we got lucky today. This is the only one I got and it's leaving.
Yeah,
so
when we can show you the answers to your stuff like that, it really helps to visualize everything that's going on. All right, a couple of more for you. Been a lot of fun today. Thanks again for joining us on our Tech Tuesday segment. Every Tuesday, email in your questions, tech issues, troubleshoot problems. How do you use stuff on your Corvette? That's what we're here for, and we're having a blast with you guys. So thanks again. All right, this one comes from Albert Mitchell. It says, let me start by thanking you and Chuck for all your effort that you put into the vlog. It really is like another full-time job, so thank you so much, but I do enjoy it. So let's say that I buy a new C8, and the leather on the seat is not stretched correctly. Should I refuse my car? What is the remedy to fix that? Do I do it at the dealership, or do I wait for a new car? Kind of a question for he and I. I mean, you've seen situations like that, and let me just jump in right away and just say that's what you have a warranty for. But it's not something that he's going to fix. It's really something that they, as us as a dealership would have come in a vendor from an upholstery company to get a new seat skin and put that on and restretch it for you. So that would be the way to do that. Sometimes they'll try and remedy it before they actually have to get to that point, but if you're that upset with it and it really is that big of an issue, then that's what they would do. It's under warranty for the first 3 years. That's what you got to do. Beyond that, then you would have to pay for it. But you would catch something like that right away. Or maybe say it happens, in the ownership period, 3-4 years down the road, and maybe it starts to loosen up. You may have to have that fixed. You would always want to go to either the dealership if it's under warranty. If not, go directly to an upholstery shop. And you've seen that.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think you've actually put a couple seat skins on.
Put some seat skins on. There's some of them I can do, but man, they are tough.
Yeah.
But I don't have the steaming machine and stuff to really heat the leather up and to get it stretched. So
I remember you had to do one for a C7 competition seat and try and put those carbon fiber pieces back in there, man.
I tried. After I broke it, we ordered the $400 pieces and sent it to a trim shop.
Yeah, all right.
And when we got it back, they told us not to send another one. And they do it for a living, so there you go.
Yeah, not easy. All right, so hopefully that helps you. Albert, thanks for watching the channel. I appreciate that. Here's one from Carlos. He says, Rick and Chuck, gentlemen, thank you for the content. It's refreshing knowing that there's professionals out there knowing what they're doing to take time to help. Like I said, we do enjoy doing this. Got a 2007 Corvette. I replaced the original Bose 6-disc CD changer with another one that actually has the nav system. And you can do that because that unit is easily accessible and replaceable, and those parts are all over the place. He goes, but of course when doing this, I had to reflash the system to learn the functions of the new radio with the nav. Because the nav is acting up, I think it's going to die. I'm going to go back to I kept the original unit, he says. I'm going to go back to that original unit. So when I put the original 6-disc changer in without the nav, do I got to reflash it all over again?
Should, yes. Back to the original radio, yes.
All right. And again, thank you, Carl from Massachusetts. Just a quick comment as we close the vlog. stuff that you and I do on the vlog. Dennis says, hey, Rick, I was watching the vlog from the front porch the other day with my first cup of coffee. The neighbor walked over to see what I was smiling at. She started watching it with me and made the comment, boy, he really likes Corvettes. He says, yeah, it's a Corvette thing. Yes, Dennis, it is. We get that. You guys get that. Thanks again for joining us for this segment. This and every Tuesday, it is Tech Tuesday with myself and our Corvette technician, Chuck Metz. You know, he's still whining that I used that missed the date with a car crusher line. He goes, man, I got to watch what I say around you.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Hey, you're learning quick. See you next Tuesday.
See y'all.
Too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you hindsight is fleeting when your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait, 'cause I was too young, and I didn't understand